Boom, we're live. Oh man, last podcast of the year.
What?
It's been a weird fucking year.
Crazy year.
Crazy shit, man. If you guys haven't checked it out, go check out our Twitter at @complete_MMA, where we just had our superlative show last year. We announced all of our awards. I took some shit last night for some of the awards. I actually had people tweeting at us.
Let's hear it.
So a lot of people thought that fighter of the year, which I put Aljamain Sterling, which was the biggest disagreement we all had, was not just. A lot of people. Most people saying Pereira. Like we were kind of in between Volk, Makachev, and I said Sterling. A lot of people said Pereira.
Which is kind of surprising, but it makes sense.
It does make sense. It was kind of his rise to fame year, so I get that. He knocked out Sean Strickland in a fight that was not competitive.
Should not have even been there. It's true.
It was a crazy knockout, though.
It was a fantastic knockout.
Yeah. And I mean, he obviously KO'd Adesanya. First guy to do that, right? Because I'm pretty sure the Adesanya Blachowicz fight went to decision.
Yeah, it did.
So a lot of people said Pereira. What was the other one? There was another. Someone else tweeted at me something. I can't remember exactly what it was. I want to say people thought like Leon Edwards should have had comeback of the year. I put him for upset of the year, and then I put Sean O'Malley. No. Oh, they thought he should have had upset of the year. I put Sean O'Malley as upset, and I put Leon as comeback. I thought that O'Malley-Yan fight was just too good not to put in the awards, though. That was fucking crazy.
It was a great fight. I mean, I get the 5-round difference. You know what I mean? 5-round versus 3. But
yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I think I'm sorry, I just gotta adjust this a little bit.
No, you're good.
People wanna question my picks. They should just go make their own awards. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
You got Twitter. You can go put up whatever you want. Fuck, dude, I had such a lazy day today.
Yeah,
it was nice. I fucking woke up at like 9:30. I had to run a couple errands, and then from 2 to like 4:30, I took a nap. Dude, I was passed the fuck out. You know when you wake up from a long ass nap and you're like, "What year is it? Where the fuck am I?"
Those are the best ones, though, when you're all groggy and you're like, "Oh my god."
So then I obviously watched TikTok for half an hour.
Oh wow!
And then I woke up. So that's
Instagram is my thing, my cup of tea.
Was it?
Instagram is my cup of tea.
Oh yeah, you do the reels.
Yeah, I'll just scroll through the reels.
Mm-hmm. I've actually been I've been going on Facebook a lot too for their little shorts. They got some funny ass shorts.
Really?
Are you on Facebook at all?
I am not,
bro. So the shit I post on Facebook, I only share like the funniest shit. Today I'm literally like whatever we want to do. Like I have no plans for today, so
no, what's wrong with it?
I just want to fucking chill. I want to have a regular pod for the first time.
Cool.
I'm gonna try to see if I can find any fucking funny shit. Oh, drums or flats?
I kind of like the flat.
Yeah, dude. Everybody came to my comments and was like, "Fuck that, flats so much better."
Really?
Drums.
That's kind of surprising.
Drums for me, it's just like it's so much easier to eat. The flats, you gotta fucking if you want to like pick off the bone and like flip it and then you can eat it, or you just gotta take like 6 different bites. I just like the fucking, and you get better sauce dips with the.
True with the drum. I like being able to pull one bone out and just have.
Oh, you pull one bone out?
Yeah, I just pull one bone off, and then I'm just able to just bite around the one.
See, but if you're eating buffalo wings, that's how your hands get all fucking super greasy.
But I don't even care. I'm a dirty slut when it comes to that. I'll just,
I feel you, dude.
You know?
I could go for some wings. I just ate some fucking pizza, but I could bomb some fucking wings.
I could bomb some wings too right now.
This is funny. Contractual jokers. I missed this show, bro.
That was awesome. That was
really good shit out of this show.
There's a lot of good clips from that show.
Dude, I swear to this guy has the best fucking reactions on Facebook. I swear to God. Can I hold up? I'm gonna throw this on the stream actually because this is so fucking funny, dude. All right, is this what I'm doing? Yes. Okay. And I think if I throw it to this, yes. Dude, this is so funny.
What
What
page
page did he? Oh my god, dude, that was geeking
That's
out when I
awesome.
saw that. Oh, yeah, Facebook has the funniest shit, and no one ever thinks about it.
No.
I've been such a TikTok fucking whore this year though.
Really? That is just not my cup of tea. I can't get into it.
You know, it's so funny because I got a couple friends like Emily at local. She'll always be sending me fucking dad jokes on TikTok, which is like my big thing. Dad jokes, recipe videos, obviously like sports highlights. Like, yeah, I could scroll through that shit for 2 hours before bed, and I'll be like, "Fuck, it's 2 a.m. I gotta go to bed."
Oh shit, not me.
Do you have TikTok at all?
I think I have an account.
You just never don't really go
Just
on.
never use it. Yeah,
Yeah.
no. There are
I
a couple
don't
funny people
post
that
anything on it.
No.
I don't really post on any social media besides MMA Complete Twitter.
Yeah, I don't post on any social media either, to be honest with you.
Like, would you count Snapchat as social media? It's not, right? That's just
I
like
don't really
messaging.
count that as social media. I really don't. Because,
Right.
like, I mean, I guess you could say that you're public if
Yeah,
you
like your
want to be.
stories, I guess.
You know what I mean? Yeah, but, like,
Right.
not. I feel like it's so, like, in the lingo now. Like, it's so.
Yeah,
You know what I
it's
mean?
basically just texting.
It's just like a part of modern day life. You know
It's
what I mean?
it's one of those social medias that you never think of either, because it's just like you said, like it's ingrained in us at this point.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's almost more popular than texting, I feel like.
I wasn't even on Twitter for the longest time, and then we started this account, and I fucking just that's all I do now.
Yeah.
Like I think we looked at it the other day. I haven't posted from my own Twitter like maybe 3 times in the last 6 months or something.
No, yeah, huh?
No, just on MMA Complete.
It's cool.
I think if I didn't work in an environment and a job and, you know, have this media company that was mostly social media, I don't think I'd be on it at all.
Probably right.
For me, it's like you can use it the right way, or you can be infatuated with it and just go like live your life through a screen, which is just not what I want to do. Like if you're trying to look some shit up, if you're trying to pass some time, like even what I just said, like scrolling for 2 hours, like that's the wrong way to use social media.
Oh, definitely.
Because like in my instance, I could be getting more sleep and I could be waking up at 6 a.m. instead of 8 a.m. and do some shit in the morning rather than fucking do that. It's all about how you use it, but like I would have to say Twitter's my favorite. TikTok is a close second.
Yeah.
All right, let's hop into some UFC shit. Anything come in your mind? Any topic? Anything you want to broach? I got a couple things, but like
Not really. I thought I saw a couple of things, but I can't really remember what they were off the top of my head.
So, just a quick update on the MMA Complete Twitter, which you guys can check out at complete_MMA, showing on the screen. We have had a fucking huge trending tweet that's still going on, and we are really fucking close. We are at 1,983 likes. We are 17 likes away from 2,000. Go like our tweet pinned if you're watching this. Andrew Tate, bro. Andrew Tate is trending on
That's
Twitter.
what
Did
I
you
was
see
just
this?
about to come with. Human trafficking, bro.
How crazy is that shit?
So I am very curious to see what comes to light in this, because
So Austin was just over here and he was talking about it. Apparently, he was like arrested for trafficking 2 people, which Austin said something. I don't know if he saw this. I don't know if he's like just guessing, but it makes sense to me. He was like flying with someone who didn't have a passport, which could technically be human trafficking.
Interesting.
In a sense.
Yeah.
I think this will completely blow over. Human trafficking is trending. Fucking A.
I don't know. Because they both have a lot of money. So, like, he always talks about how he's got, like, 33 cars and stuff like that. And I get that he's a social media influencer, but how is he really getting all of that money?
I believe, because I've seen a lot, I'm not a huge Andrew Tate fan, but at this point it's basically impossible not to see his stuff. It's just fucking everywhere. We did the superlative show yesterday, but if there was like a Twitter superlatives, Andrew Tate would win almost every fucking award. That man has had the biggest 2022 of anybody. I don't think he was anything before this year started.
But that's what I mean. Like, the blow up was so quick.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's just like...
He is the Conor McGregor of Twitter.
He literally is.
He goes out and says crazy shit.
Of all social media.
Right.
He got banned off of everything except Twitter, right?
Right.
So, I mean, now
I don't even know if he's still on Twitter. I think he is. I think he's still on Twitter.
Possibly, yeah. Which, I mean, I feel like that only helps his brand because you're... Like, look at... I don't want to say, like, anybody crazy, but, like, El Chapo. You know what I mean? Like... People who like people who you like ban become popular in a way when they help out other people. Like El Chapo is good for the community. Like
if you hear about Andrew Tate getting banned, you're like, oh, what did he go say? I want to go check it out.
Yeah.
No, but listen, he is. There's a lot of shit that he says that I don't agree with, but a majority of the shit I do.
And that's what I'm saying too. Like I don't agree with everything that he says at all, but there are a lot of things that like.
He's just spitting facts.
He spits a lot of like the old ways of like just men being men kind of, which is like true. Like I feel like there is a lot of that being lost right now, like to a certain extent.
But he's so smart because he's doing it over social media and he's saying shit that will resonate with 18 to 25-year-old males or 18 to 30-year-old males.
And that's a huge populace.
That's
right
like
now.
The biggest demographic.
Yeah. And so I feel like there's a lot of those, 18 to 25-year-olds who haven't been brought to the light because of the Me Too movement was really strong.
Yep.
Now that shit's all kind of like dying down. And
yeah, the Me Too movement was followed by the Andrew Tate movement and fucking men becoming.
It's weird how that kind of flip flopped, huh?
Like kind of quick. How to say it, but like
it's weird.
It dude, and he will say shit like I've talked to. I have a very good friend of mine, Sydney, who actually told me the other day she checks out the podcast. So what's up, Sid?
Nice. Shout out.
She was telling me like she's not a feminist, but she's very strongly opinionated on women's issues, and she's really smart, so she's good to talk about. And she'll be like, "I fucking hate Andrew Tate. I hate that he stands up for everything in such a way, but he's going about it the right way. Like he's saying straight facts. He might not be saying it the right way. He may have an attitude about it, but like he says shit that I wouldn't want a woman to drive me around, just like I wouldn't want a man to babysit my child." Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there are certain things that men and women are better at or not better at, or we can just draw a line in the sand and say, this is a man thing, this is a woman thing. And he doesn't hide from anything. He kind of, I've never seen him like stutter, like have a moment of like, what should I say about this? He just fucking goes for it.
Definitely.
And that's going to get you in trouble, but like that shit's going to resonate with everybody. And it certainly has. This guy he must have made a good like 20 mil this year. You know what I mean?
Probably. I wouldn't doubt it. And he gets a lot of flack too. And he goes on to like news outlets and stuff like that. And he's not shy about it, which shout out to him. Props to him.
I want to see him on Joe Rogan.
That would be interesting.
Joe Rogan's talked about him on his podcast. Joe Rogan said some very interesting things. He was like, he really respects him and he thinks that he's a fucking man that's going to get what he wants in life.
Probably.
Because Andrew Tate is the kind of guy that says, no matter how I'm feeling in the morning when I wake up, I work out and I do business deals, no matter how I'm feeling. And that's the only way you're going to get ahead if you don't let fucking emotion dictate your life.
Look at The Rock. I mean, obviously The Rock, you juice, bro.
Yeah.
Like, come on out, you juice. But you can't get to the point where The Rock is without putting all that dedication and hard work in.
100%.
That guy he wakes up at 2:00 in the morning and works out for like 2 hours.
Right.
And then he'll go do like a movie set for like 8 hours. And then in between, he'll eat like 9,000 calories. And then I'll go, work out again before bed. And then I'll go to bed for like 4 hours or 6 hours.
Right.
And be a dad. So,
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, the guy's a beast, but it's a lot. It's a lot of hard work.
I think it's the XFL or the USFL. One of them. He's like one of the majority stakeholders.
Yep.
Like he fucking owns that shit. That's crazy.
That is nuts.
You know what I learned the other day? You know who is a huge part owner of PFL? I can't even think of the actual
Players
acronym.
Football League? Is that what it's
No, it's the MMA organization, the PFL.
Oh, the PFL. Yeah.
Wiz Khalifa.
Nuh-uh.
Wiz Khalifa is a huge minority owner in the PFL.
That's awesome.
He went on Impulsive with Logan Paul.
And
he was like, bro, come to PFL. We'll pay you $1 million to fight somebody.
No shit.
And Logan Paul's like, yeah, you're going to offer me more than that shit.
What a dick. That's awesome.
You ever seen Wiz Khalifa like train?
Huge MMA guy.
Yeah.
And what a glow up for him too. He got jacked, man. He's ripped.
He used to be skinny motherfucker.
Smoking weed all the time, yeah.
Him and Snoop.
But
Snoop
you know
has,
what?
Like actual boxing ability.
I wouldn't want to fuck with either of them. They're both tall guys,
dude,
and
like
they're
6'5".
long, dude, and they're jacked now.
That reach, man.
Makes a big difference in a
fucking
fight.
Slap a guy outside the head.
They would knock them the fuck out.
Yeah, they would.
They probably got big ass hands too. Imagine the hands on him,
dude. You know how? Think about it though. Wiz Khalifa is. I want to get his measurements because I'm guessing he's like 6'4".
He's definitely at least 6'4". I saw him in concert and
6'4".
Yep, he looks big on the stage, bro. He looks tall.
Is he gonna say his reach?
Uh-huh.
Doubt it. Reach for the stars. All right. So, but if he's 6'4", that alone is 76 inches. If ballpark, I'm gonna usually reach is a little bigger than your height, but I'll say 75-inch reach
at least.
Like that is an average. That's an average middleweight reach. And I'm guessing there's no way he's 185. Like he has the body type of Adesanya.
He does.
You know what I mean?
Very similar. Yeah,
it's really similar. But can you imagine Wiz Khalifa, who obviously has the brain to be like grinding every day to make money and be a fucking superstar? He put it in music. If he had chose to, I'm sure he could have done it in mixed martial arts. Can you imagine? He would be like the next Diaz, brother. He's just smoking weed all day. You'd probably be talking a bunch of shit.
With the dreads, just giggling.
Oh my God. That would be sick. And yeah, he's part of the PFL. I did not know that shit. And I bet his investment has gone the fuck up because PFL had a good year this year.
That's kind of a good take. Like how many superstars or famous athletes, if they took their time and put it into MMA, could possibly become a very good fighter. You know what I mean?
Do you know who James Johnson, the NBA player, is? He's like a role player. He's always been like a seventh man. But
a lot of tats, played in Miami?
Yes.
I do know him.
He is like a jiu-jitsu black belt.
No shit.
I swear to God. There was a poll on NBA. This is like 5 years ago.
And see, I remember this. Who and NBA nobody would fuck with.
No one would fuck with. And everybody was like, is it LeBron? Is it this guy? Is it Westbrook? And they're like, no, it's James Johnson. I would not fucking talk to that guy.
That's nuts, huh?
And there's videos of it played after the compilation of them saying that. There's videos of people. He blocked someone and it was kind of a hard foul. And he gets up and he starts talking shit. And James Johnson literally just look at him like, bruh. And the guy kind of just walks off. Yeah, you're right. I'm walking away.
So alpha,
I don't
bro.
need that shit. Dude, that's a teammate to have. That's the guy you want in the locker room.
I've seen interviews with him, and honestly, mad respect to him because he does seem like a guy that you want to have in your corner when it comes to anything teammate related. On, off the court, that dude seems like a cool dude.
I would love to have. Oh, you know what? I gotta fucking I gotta pin the podcast. I didn't even think of that. I wonder if it really. Oh, it's already. We don't have a pinned tweet right now? No shit. Well, that was a mistake. Actually, yeah, I'm going to pin it. Why not? Because we still have people are kind of still going off on the Kobe tweet. Colby.
Word. Colby.
I'm really going to be pissed if we don't hit 2,000 likes. Guys, go like the Colby tweet. After the podcast, I'm going to pin it to the profile. We're 16 likes away from 2,000.
We're gonna get it.
I'd be pissed, dude.
We're gonna get
it. I threw up some fantasy matchups on our Twitter today, and people have been liking it. So I'll throw them out to you. Volkanovski right now versus Prime McGregor. at lightweight.
I think that's a banger.
It's like, what's crazy is it's just about the same exact height and reach.
I think I'm gonna have to take Volk.
I think I am too. The game's just past Connor, which is crazy to say because like prime Connor was before leg kicks and shit, which Volkanovski has adapted into his arsenal. And Volk's just such a good boxer. He's so tough. That would be a fucking hell of a fight.
Yeah, I'm not fading Volk in that though.
What else did I have? I had a couple. I think I had like.
Do you think there's really any fighters that would withstand time? I mean, the only one that comes to mind to me is Mike Tyson. Like,
As in, like, they can fight when they're 60?
Well, no, I mean, like I feel like the game always changes and fighters will always become better. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, I feel like now they're quicker. You know, they've adapted leg kicks, so the game's changed. Like, there's a lot more wrestling. Like,
yes.
So,
like the fighters of today would fucking beat the shit out of fighters 10 years ago.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, and I feel like it's the same with the NBA. Like, you look at Larry Bird and like all the people that he played with. Like, Larry Bird was amazing, but like,
well, Larry Bird's a little different because he was so awkward. I want to say, like, he'd be able to pivot off 1 foot fadeaway, hit a three. He could shoot
weird
lefties.
Stuff,
right?
Weird
so I feel
shit.
like Larry Bird might be able to withstand time.
But would he have been generational like he was back then? Today,
maybe not.
You know what I mean?
When you deal with the biggest thing I think that has changed in the NBA is athleticism. You have everybody can dunk on like an 11-foot hoop nowadays,
and they're not even 6'4" anymore.
Right.
They're all like 5'11" and
People
up.
just got springs.
They're different athletes, man. They become stronger.
Not only that, but I think they're quicker, like
and
I
faster.
Think the rules have changed is a big part. Like people can travel nowadays where they couldn't back then.
They do a lot of carrying a little bit. Right. It's a little softer.
They got the pivot steps. They can get away with like giving an elbow.
Yeah. Little jab step. Yeah.
So like, I think that's a part of it too. But there's several athletes back then. All right, but if we're just going MMA, right? John Jones good. I mean, he's still doing it. So like,
so I mean, yeah, like there's one exception, right? He's been doing it for a long time.
I'm trying to think of guys back then that are not fighting anymore. Because like I would say guys like Demetrius Johnson can do it. He's still fighting.
Yeah.
Back in the fucking day, I think George St. Pierre would be able to, because George St. Pierre was very well rounded for his time. One of the first real mixed martial artists at a time when people were just specialists.
Yeah.
Frank Mir is a guy that was I love jiu-jitsu heavyweights, because I think that heavyweights nowadays, you know, you have several that can go to the ground and be dangerous. But like a jiu-jitsu specialist in the heavyweight division is so rare that when one comes up, and Jailton Almeida is the guy that kind of has it right now. But when a guy comes up and he can do that shit, and like as soon as he takes you down, you're fucked. That's tough. Now that's what Frank Mir was back in the day.
No shit.
He would probably get knocked out by a lot of fighters though.
Nowadays,
so I don't know if I could really say he would withstand time.
It's really hard. It's hard for me to say.
Anderson Silva was a fucking beast.
All right, he could probably be in with the middleweights now, right? That's what he was fighting at. Yeah, he could definitely be in there.
It would, but here's the thing: I would say that Anderson, he was right around the time of GSP, and he was like, which is the biggest super fight that never happened. They tried to have it for like 2 years and it just never worked out because Bisping or St. Pierre didn't want to go to middleweight at the time. But like, Anderson was the first prototype of middleweights that we see today, of like stand-up flashy boxers that have good leg kicks. Like he was okay on the ground, but he was one of these guys that he did a lot of head movement, bobbing and weaving, using distance, a lot of shit we see today. So he was one of the prototypes of that. And the reason he was so successful is because he was the first guy to see that. Like people just didn't stand a chance striking with him. And nowadays you have, you know, every other fighter has the same style as Silva. I think people would be able to figure him out a little bit more.
Yeah.
And he didn't have like crazy power. He didn't have the fastest kicks. He just threw everything at you, and you didn't know what was coming. So maybe not Silva, actually.
No?
Which it pains me to say because he's one of my favorites. But I think that, yeah. I think like Adesanya would piece up prime Anderson Silva. Yeah, I really can't think of any others. Like fucking Hoist Gracie would get his ass kicked in UFC today. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like what's his name? Brock Lesnar. Right.
Brock Lesnar. Well, he already did get pieced up at the time.
So I mean,
yeah,
he ain't withstand him in his prime. He ain't winning in the UFC.
Brock Lesnar. It's so crazy because people think of him as like a hard hitter, but he was a wrestler. Like that was his
bag. Yeah,
his fucking wrestling.
I mean, he was elite wrestling.
Did you ever see the Brock Lesnar Shane Carwin fight? Have you ever heard about this?
Which one? How did that end?
Brock Lesnar tapped Shane Carwin in the second round.
No, I did not see that.
It's an amazing comeback. I kind of want to throw it up on the screen because while we're watching this, you just made me think of another point I was thinking of in the car the other day.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to throw this on because if you've never seen this fight, this is a fucking ridiculous fight, bro.
I don't think so.
Paint a picture. Brock Lesnar had just won the undisputed title.
Yep.
He was like 4-1 record at the time. Shane Carwin is 12-0 with like 11 first round finishes. He just fucks up everybody in the first round. And they were talking a lot of shit before this. And this was one of the first guys that was like Brock's size. Like Brock is just a wide dude.
Look at him in the ring. Look at him in the ring. Every single his back.
What's up, bud?
It's ridiculous, bro. I don't think I've ever seen anybody in the besides Ngannou, but like.
So we're watching this fight. The question that brought this up was, do you think any fighter back in the day would be able to withstand time and be able to compete with fighters nowadays?
Oh, yeah. I think they blow out fighters. Oh wait.
You think the older fighters would be able to be in the UFC now? That's what we're saying. Like, can you think of any? Like, I thought George St. Pierre would probably do well.
Oh, yeah.
Anderson would do well, but I don't think he'd be elite, at least not as elite as he was.
But I mean, like, other than that, like,
right.
I mean, look at Conor McGregor.
Yeah, that's what started the fucking conversation, actually.
Yeah. Conor versus Wolf.
Yeah, Wolf probably won that.
We just did that too.
Yeah. So the reason I have this fight up is because it was. Have you ever heard of this fight, Carwin versus Lesnar?
No.
This is one of the best comebacks of old school UFC. Brock Lesnar got his ass beat for 4 minutes straight.
Ooh, big uppercut. That hurt. Yeah.
Really? They're just so roided up, dude.
Oh yeah.
Like, doesn't know like what.
This is way before USADA.
Lesnar is just running. Look at how big he is, dude.
See, nowadays that would have gotten stopped. That would never would have been.
I feel like he should be stopped right there.
Well, he's still pushing him off and using leg to, but yeah, it goes on like this with the fucking thing. Shane Carwin made the inevitable mistake of don't blow your load.
You blew it early, huh?
Oh, you fucking use it. Such a
you blew it early, champ.
Look at this though. He's just
he's getting
right now.
I don't know how
Brock can get himself to
stand up right now, dude. That's how big he is. Like,
and Carwin is also a Division I.
Look at Chuck in the background. Chuck Liddell's in the back.
This was maybe 2000.
Watched the movie with Chuck Liddell the other day, dude. Riot.
It was good.
Riot. Yeah, dude. Chuck Liddell is a fucking Russian mobster.
Chuck Liddell's in Blue Mountain State.
Yeah, well, he was
in
this. Dude, Chuck Liddell got his ass beat by a white dude. There's no way Chuck Liddell lost that fight in the end. In the movie. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah, right.
Chuck Liddell as a Russian.
This guy was stabbed. The dude he was fighting got
throwing
stabbed.
such good combos, and the other actor couldn't even compete, bro. It wasn't even like. It's crazy to see actors like UFC people in acting because it's just awesome. They don't do any like stunt doubles or anything like that. They're always beating the shit out of people.
So this is basically the end of the fight. Carwin's already fucking gassed, but I don't know why I was bringing up that fight. We were just talking about it because Brock Lesnar is one of the guys that I can kind of see. Maybe he can make it in this day's UFC because his wrestling is really great.
Maybe,
But
but I don't know.
He got
He's-
exposed in his stand-up game as soon as he fought a really good wrestler.
Dude, I feel like Jared Cannonier fucks up Brock Lesnar.
Cannonier?
Yeah.
We're talking about an 80-pound weight difference there.
Oh wait.
Cannonier's middleweight, bro. Brock
Cannonier did
Brock
fight
Lesnar-
heavyweight.
He did
He
fight at
did,
heavyweight.
but he was not great at heavyweight.
I think
No.
he'd fuck up Brock Lesnar. I think striking wise, Jared Cannonier is much better than Brock Lesnar. Brock
So,
Lesnar doesn't get him to the ground. He's fucked.
I have a topic that I was thinking about the other day because I was watching some Joe Rogan, and I was watching the Joe Rogan John Jones interview.
What
in
year?
Which, oh, dude, it was. I think it's the only one that they ever did, but it was number 880. So think
wow,
about it. He's on like
early.
1600.
Yeah,
now, so.
it was
But this
early.
was probably 2015.
Yep.
This was right after the hit and run accident.
No shit.
So like he still had another 4 fights after that fight and like 2 more suspensions.
I was gonna say he had a lot of more fucking around to do.
Right. So I thought about this the other day. Joe Rogan stated that one of the reasons John is so great is because he's wild. Not only outside of the octagon, where obviously we all know, but in the octagon, he was just fucking nuts. You couldn't predict what this guy was going to do. He's going to put his balls out on the table, throw so many spinning elbows and fucking flying knees and crazy shit. And he would take a bunch of shots and keep coming at you. And that's what made him so great, was you're like, holy shit, like I'm in here with fucking John Jones, you know?
Hmm.
And that could be said for a lot of guys. I think that some of the greats, like we saw it happen to Adesanya a little bit, where he kind of just Adesanya's always been technical, but as soon as he, after fight after fight after fight of winning and winning and winning, he then became a real defensive striker, and he like didn't take a lot of risks, and he kind of just played it safe and played the technical game. And we see that a little bit from John Jones now too. If you look at his last couple fights, he doesn't throw spinning shit. He kind of stays in the pocket, keeps his cardio, keeps his cool. And obviously his last 2 fights were some of his closest fights ever. You know what I mean? So it's something about these guys when they come into the game fucking wild and nuts, like a Kamaev or like a fucking McGregor back when he was in his prime, like he was nuts. He was doing crazy shit. And then once they get like the thought in their head, like, okay, I need to become more technical and more savvy and smarter about what I do, they lose that wild side. And that's maybe when they start kind of teetering off. What do you guys think about that?
Agree.
I think that's a great take. I think that's interesting, and I think it will be proven when we see John Jones fight again.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he's not wild in that Ngannou fight, I don't know. He's gonna have to pull some wild shit, I think, to win that. So,
See, I
watched a video with him and Steve-O. John Jones was on Steve-O's podcast a while ago. He talked about him fighting Francis Ngannou for 21 minutes. 21 minutes. I don't know if you guys ever saw that. I watched it today. And he says, as long as you go into that ring knowing the worst thing that could happen is that you get knocked out by Ngannou and like a bone gets fractured in your face or like a broken jaw or a fractured jaw. And then he said, knowing that and being comfortable with that going into the ring, I think I fuck John. He's like, I think I fuck him up. So if he does not finish me in the first round, he's like, if he does not finish me in the first round, he's like, I full-heartedly believe I win that fight.
Mm-hmm. I think that this is one of the only
He's going to
cases,
fuck up Francis Ngannou.
This is one of the only cases where John Jones not being wild may help him, because fighting a guy like Ngannou, being wild, being careful is probably your best bet, because that's how you're not going to get fucking knocked out.
John Jones has a better IQ than Francis Ngannou.
John Jones has a better IQ than anybody.
I will
that's
talk
ever
about
stepped
this
in the
fight
UFC.
until if fucking even after it happens.
I think a lot of people. I think we'll talk about it until the end of time. It is, and we were just talking about fighters that can withstand time. And listen, Has John Jones done it? Yes.
Has he taken care of his body? Yes.
Yes.
Has he taken multiple durations in his career?
Has he taken care of his body? Has he taken care of his body? That's a tricky question.
Yeah,
he was doing coke and alcohol for the first 7-8 years of his career.
Very true, but he's a beast.
Yes, I don't know.
Has he taken multiple durations in his career off to regenerate his body, though?
Mhm.
So he's not taking that abuse. Maybe internally.
He might be in the
But
best
not
shape of his life right now.
He might be.
He might be.
He very much is, I think.
Right.
I worry about the break. I worry about the break.
I mean, he's
do
been
worry about the
sparring.
break.
He's
I worry
been
about the break.
sparring. So
Yeah,
he has
but
taken punches.
You
but
know what? I don't care about the sparring. That's
Right.
nothing like getting in an octagon and fighting somebody. I don't care.
Now it's not.
Look at
Talking about
Darren
the
Till.
GOAT.
I know it's not the
The
goat. I know
GOAT.
it's not the goat, but
The GOAT.
it's the goat. It's the goat. I
It
know
is the GOAT.
it is the goat.
Was that video about Brady?
Yeah.
It was, right?
But
Look at that shit. Man.
15 title fights.
the only thing is that Reyes fight is what's super interesting because of how bad Reyes.
Yeah,
is.
but
That is
Reyes
the best-
prime-
that's the best example
Reyes
that
in
I
his
can
prime.
give about John Jones not being wild came back to haunt him.
You
Because
know what I mean?
Dominic Reyes was wild in that fight. Dominic Reyes was throwing crazy shit and being
And he
active.
did so well.
He did.
If John Jones fights Dominic Reyes today, right now, John Jones fucks him up.
Yes.
No,
Fucks him up.
I think that's just a valid point.
Yeah, fucks him up
100%.
right now.
In a 3-round fight, even I think he fucks him up in the first round. No questions, knockout.
I
Well,
think John Jones in 3
every
rounds,
opponent he's faced twice, he fucks up. He comes back the second fight 10 times better than the first fight. Gustafsson, Cormier, it's gonna happen.
Mhm.
The dude's a beast, dude. It's
Dominic
just, he's
Reyes.
not losing.
We will
It's-
never
don't-
see that.
Yeah,
No,
but we know
never
we
will
know
happen.
what would happen.
John Jones
be
almost
29-1.
has as many title fights in the UFC as Francis Ngannou has wins in his MMA career. John Jones has 15 title fights. Francis Ngannou has 17 wins.
And
His
this
IQ is
dude-
undoubtedly higher.
This dude
undoubtedly
is the
higher.
fucking underdog.
And experience is. I don't know.
I
that's
don't
crazy.
care
That's
if it's
so
his
crazy.
first fight in middleweight,
That's crazy.
fucking featherweight, heavyweight. You should not be the underdog. I don't give a fuck.
No.
Listen, we saw those numbers. I
Like, I'm
would not
bu-
be surprised if when it comes out at Bally's, it's a pick'em.
Exactly.
I wouldn't be surprised.
As soon
Minus
as that
either way,
number,
I wouldn't be surprised.
as soon as that number drops, I am running to the bank, taking all the cash, going to the casino, going to that ATM because I can only take out so much at my bank, taking out more, and I'm putting it on John Jones.
You don't have to tell me, man. I'm
And
doing the
then
same
after
thing.
that, Indy. And then I'm going to, and then that's how you're gonna move to Indy, bro. You're gonna move to Indy from John Jones. How does that make you feel?
I'll tell you what, man. The only times that I have put multiple units on a fight,
Oh, this isn't multiple units.
I have lost. No, it is multiple units.
This is going to be.
It's a gaggle of units.
This is
a
the.
gaggle.
This is a Googleplex of units, bro. This is the fucking. This is the bet.
But that's technically a multiple. So anytime I put multiple units on a fight, I have
Google
not
Tillion,
got it.
bro. We're fucking. This is the most amount of bets that you're ever gonna put on one guy.
The only time
It's
I had
gonna be John Jones.
No, I don't think I put multiple units on one. I wish I would have put multiple units on Pereira because him being the underdog was stupid.
Yeah, he shouldn't have been the underdog.
Yeah, he
No
should've.
way.
Yeah, he should've. He was losing that fight.
He was
was.
losing the fight.
Live odds? Yeah.
Questionably.
Before the fight?
He was losing.
I
the fight.
don't know.
He was losing the fight.
Before the fight, he should not have been the underdog. No way.
I don't know. I think so. Fucking hindsight's 2020 though, isn't it? It's easy to say that Pereira should have been the underdog after he won. You
It
know what
is.
I mean?
It is. Yep.
I will say that is one of the fights that the most people I talked to and the more people I saw on Twitter, like that was one of the biggest overwhelming consensus of a underdog pick. Like everybody was picking Pereira and he was still plus 160,
Yep.
which I thought was crazy. I thought the lines would have moved a lot more, but they never did.
No.
Yeah, I'm telling you, John Jones.
The only other crazier underdog was Sean O'Malley. That shit was crazy.
That shit was nuts. Nobody bet.
Nobody. I did not think he was gonna win that fight. Oh
That
my
was-
god.
Nobody did.
Nobody did.
I did.
Hey.
As soon as
Listen,
it dropped, I was screaming.
Did
Ethan
too.
Champlain did.
We did.
I was screaming it though. Like I was yelling it. Like fucking what's his face won.
I changed your mind at the
He
end,
was-
though. You were saying O'Malley for the longest time. When we first talked about it, you absolutely were. But I'm pretty sure I think you did the same thing as me. Like we put 8 teamers, 2 of the same one, except one had Jan, one had O'Malley. And then we had Jan on a couple bets.
I had like basketball picks before. I had the Suns like over in the spread. I had like crazy basketball picks all hit. I had Kamayev. I had one other fighter on the card. I can't remember who the other really heavy favorite was.
On Jan O'Malley?
Yeah, it
That
was
was-
Rosa.
No, that was 280. So that would have been like Oliveira, or no, Makachev was the favorite. Yeah, Makachev. Was it Makachev?
It was Makachev. Pull up that card. I had three really heavy under favorites.
Sterling was the favorite. Darush.
I think I had Sterling on that.
That was
too.
one of my best picks of the fucking.
Was Darush, yeah.
We made money on this card. That's right. We fucking did. Kyle Borjalho was a big one. Abubakar we bet on. Makayev we bet on. Yeah. Any of these looking right?
But yeah, all I needed was
I wanted to bet on below Muhammad.
all I needed was Jan. Yeah, I wanted to bet on. I wanted
Dude,
to bet
I
on
knew below
Darush
Muhammad
too,
was gonna win, bro.
but Jan didn't. Jan fumbled the
knew-
friggin' bag.
I knew he was gonna fucking win.
It's so crazy.
Look at those stats. Wow, what a great fight.
Who's Sean O'Malley fighting next?
I think he's fighting.
Well, it seems like Sterling versus Cejudo is gonna happen.
He fights the winner of that.
Which I think it's gonna be probably Sterling.
Does the Vera Sandhagen fight get in the middle of that at all?
No.
If
Nope.
Vera beats Sandhagen,
Oh, very yeah. I think Sean O'Malley would be champion. He either beats Cejudo or
Will he?
Aljamain. No, this is my Dana White conspiracy.
Okay.
Sean O'Malley beats either Aljamain or Cejudo for the title. Cheeto,
oof.
that rematch is going. It's either going to be he either has to beat Aljamain or Cejudo again, or Cheeto Vera for the title,
Mhm.
and that rematch will happen.
If Sean O'Malley can beat Aljo or Cejudo, and I did not have O'Malley beating Jan. I thought Jan would win. And I certainly don't have O'Malley beating Sterling or Cejudo. Certainly not. But what I will say is that O'Malley has been talking about that. The only thing he's been training for the last 2 months since his Jan fight is wrestling. That's all he's been doing. He hasn't been striking at all. He's been just wrestling. Will it bridge the gap to get to Sterling or Cejudo by the time they fight? No. But I think it'll put him in a much more competitive spot.
I
If
think
he
it'll
can practice
make it
his
interesting.
takedown defense,
It'll make it interesting.
especially, listen, if Cejudo beats Sterling, which could happen, and then we see O'Malley versus Cejudo, that is O'Malley's best chance. Because O'Malley
Dude, that reach
will have a fucking reach advantage over Cejudo.
You have like a 14-inch reach. You'd have
And
like a
that is
pterodactyl
huge
arm.
because
crazy.
that's huge because O'Malley will probably be able to keep Cejudo off of him. Now, will he be able to will Cejudo not take down O'Malley? Most likely not. Cejudo will get him to the ground. But if Cejudo is like 2 of 8 for takedowns, I could see O'Malley winning that fight.
If it goes to decision, he has a very, very good chance, no matter what.
We just saw O'Malley get fucking rocked and taken down and battered in the second round of the fight against Petr Yan, and he won the 3rd round after. I did not think he had that heart and toughness. I thought that, this guy's made millions. He's literally made millions already.
Smokes a lot of weed. Is that what you're gonna say?
No.
Is
I was
that
just
what
going to say,
you're
like,
bro?
this guy, I thought
were
that he
thinking
was
about
a hype train that was, like, not really top 5 material.
We always thought that.
Right. And then
He's
he
going
got
from
rocked,
11
and I was like, okay, this is it. And then he comes out,
Also
and he puts on a championship level
Yeah.
performance in round 3. legitimate
Went
championship level.
from ranked 11 to fighting the number 2.
Number one.
Number 1.
Mhm.
Well, number 2, you know what I mean. The fucking
the number 2 guy
the number 2 guy in the fucking division. So
who arguably beat
I
number
think it's
one
a fair
twice.
assessment to say, like, yeah, the dude wasn't top 5 caliber yet. I mean, like, who the fuck did he beat before that? You know, Chris Moutinho. Whoa,
Chris Moutinho. He beat Julian Paiva, who's making his way up from flyweight to bantamweight, but he was still a competitive fighter. He had that no contest with Pedro Munoz. That was an eye poke.
I mean, dude, like,
Right.
if Pedro Munoz and him fought, like, it's still a pretty good matchup.
And Munoz was doing really good at that fight.
Yeah,
Really good.
yeah, I think, man. I mean, Sean O'Malley, did he get lucky? Maybe. Still think he won against Jan. I'll say it. Still think he won.
I don't, but I think it was close enough that I would totally respect it. And I think that he won the third round, which,
Definitely got lucky.
in my opinion,
Definitely got lucky.
I don't know how you would be able to work this out, but I think the third round and 3-round fights and the fourth and fifth round and 5-round fights should be worth more. Like, I don't know how you'd work that into judging, but I just think, like, if you're in a street fight and you're winning at the end of the fight, like, you won the fight. I don't care if you got beaten up for the first 5 minutes. If you're winning the last 2 minutes of the fight, you won that street fight. You know what I mean? Like, you're on top, like, you won that. The guy's fucking on the ground, whatever. And I think that should be in some level considered in mixed martial arts. I get you can't do that, but that's what makes sense to me. That's what champions do. They win in the fourth and fifth round.
Why not add a little bit more points into the fourth and fifth round?
Right. I just don't know, like, because then, you know, that you could get, like, draws that way, I guess. I don't know. I think they're worth more. And O'Malley won the third round. Like, clearly won the third round. In that fight, the first round's the one that's contentious. Sean O'Malley versus Paddy Pimblett. Anybody?
I don't want to see that.
Yeah, freaking
Paddy's gonna get his ass beat, bro.
Probably.
Would you ever want to
dude.
see O'Malley go up a division? Like, I get that featherweight, there's a lot of new challenges for him. There's a lot of people that would fuck up O'Malley.
You know, him and Paddy's a money fight, dude. That'll probably happen.
Right. That is a money fight. But now you're asking O'Malley to put on 20 pounds. That's the only thing.
I don't think he does that until he gets the
No.
belt. I think he wants to make a lot of moves in that division. So
I think O'Malley could really, like, next year, could win the belt, possibly. Big possibly. But, like, if he wins the belt, gets, like, a title defense or two, he might retire on top. I can totally see it from him because he's going to do so much more shit with his life.
Maybe.
I mean, he set himself up so well, and his brand now is huge. So
I saw him say that he's made as much money on his weed strain as he has in the UFC. Like,
Oh, dude, he
I
makes
wouldn't be
way more. He makes
surprised.
way more off YouTube and sponsors
Yeah.
than the
Yeah.
UFC. He said that
right.
plenty of times. He's
they
like-
don't make a lot, man. off
and he's
the
a Twitch
fights.
streamer.
Right.
Just Twitch
Yeah.
streaming.
He does video
O'Malley-
games and stuff. doesn't he?
O'Malley is one of the guys that made a lot of money because he hit
And he has
new
NFTs.
contract just in the right time. Like,
He's
that
NFTs.
Jan fight was maybe the third fight of his new contract.
Mhm.
And I'm pretty sure he was getting paid like $350K to show and then $350K for a win.
It's crazy.
So he is one of those guys that wasn't really ranked high, but was making fuck tons of money because of his popularity, obviously.
I'm trying to look up his NFTs.
He claimed to be the first ever millionaire not ranked in the UFC.
Oh,
Huh.
yeah, 100%.
I was like, yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
makes sense, yeah.
Patty's getting there. Patty is getting there.
He will become it, but he's gonna get derailed at some
Do you
point.
think Patty's are? I want to see.
Patty doesn't make
What
it
do you
into the
think?
top 10.
What do you think he made in his last fight?
I think it was like 75K, wasn't it?
Really?
Or no, maybe it was more than that. Maybe 150.
Jairzinho Rosenstrike made 375K. Paul Rosas made 74K.
All right, so maybe it was more than that.
Till made 135K. Ankalaev made 782K. Where Blachowicz made 1.3 mil.
Yikes. That is
Blachowicz
a
made
very,
1.3
very
mil.
rich Polish man.
You know what's nuts? Jan Blachowicz made 1.3 mil off of his fight at UFC 282, where he was the backup plan. Francis Ngannou made 600K to fight Cyril Gane.
That's awful. Bro, the way the algorithms for how they pay people is wrong. I am sorry.
Listen, that's why Ngannou's been in contract disputes for so long. That's one of the biggest reasons I think this fight hasn't been made yet, because Ngannou is still like, this is the last fight of his contract.
You think it's Ngannou, not John Jones?
He hasn't gotten paid $1 million yet? Come on.
He hasn't got close to $1 million.
Not even, barely half.
But that's the thing. Like, listen, if Ngannou somehow beats John Jones,
you have to give him the bag.
He will be getting. He might retire. He's 39.
You might as well if you defeat the GOAT. You have to.
But if you're Ngannou, you're
I don't think he'll retire.
You just beat John Jones, and the UFC's like, all right, we're gonna offer you a 3-fight contract. You get $1 million each fight. At that point, he might be like, okay, I'll fight.
You're probably right, but I don't know.
But John Jones is gonna make like $1.5 million to fight Ngannou, and Ngannou's gonna make like less than $1 million. He'll make more than the $600K because he'll get a portion of the pay-per-view buys.
All right,
which will be a good amount, I think,
dude.
So like,
I think Ngannou can make like at least $10 million a fight, $10 million for one boxing fight versus somebody.
Who's he gonna box though? I don't want to see Ngannou. I do want to see Ngannou versus Fury.
You think he would be 10 mil? Is that like out of the realm?
No, that's
no. I think he'd make more than that. I think it'd be like 10 mil is like generous. I was thinking like 20.
Here's the thing though, if he does a boxing fight,
30.
I was thinking about this a while ago. If he does boxing fight,
like if
it'll be after he's done with his contract with the UFC. Like he won't be a part of the UFC anymore. I think that's the only way he's allowed to, because I don't think Dana would let him box. I don't think we'll ever see that again. A UFC fighter under contract goes and boxes someone. I think Conor was a one-time exception. It could happen. Who knows?
It would happen again.
But I think that Ngannou will be out of contract. The UFC and ESPN will do no promotion of it because it will be a Showtime boxing fight, because that's what Fury signed to, I'm pretty sure. And I think if Ngannou boxes, it's against Fury.
Yeah, and if he beats John Jones, if he don't immediately go get a boxing fight, he's done. Because I think he could even make more after. He could make like 50 mil.
No,
well, who knows? Maybe Ngannou makes 1.5 mil and he doesn't even want to fight. Like if you're staring a $50 million bag, you're not going to Dave Chappelle it and be like, nah, I'm good. I'm chilling, whatever.
I definitely don't think he does. And especially if he's arguing over UFC contract right now, or that fight right now, how much money he's going to make. He definitely, he cares about it. So
Dave Chappelle the GOAT.
Yeah, Dave Chappelle the GOAT.
The GOAT.
Don't need 50 mil. I'm going to go chill with my family in Ohio.
Chappelle show.
Yeah, that's Chappelle show.
All right, I got another question for you guys.
Crack it.
Ready?
Let's hear it.
Putting it all in a box here. Okay.
Oh my God.
UFC.
Don't say that.
289.
You know who put them all in a box?
UFC 289.
I think I know.
Don't say that.
In June, UFC 289. In June, heavyweight championship, John Jones versus Francis Ngannou.
June now.
Just wait. This is hypothetical. I still think they fight in March, but I'm going to set this up for a reason. Say it's in June.
June, July.
Means that
July
there
4th.
is whatever. Which means that there is time for anybody, whether they're already having a fight scheduled in February, March, or right now, which means anybody could be on the card. Give me like 4 matchups to make the main card surrounding Jones versus Ngannou. If you're Dana White and you're like, this is going to be the biggest pay-per-view ever.
John Jones Ngannou is UFC 300.
I hope not, because that's 2024.
John Jones Ngannou is UFC 300. It just hit me. It just hit me like a light bulb. As soon as I thought of it in my dome piece, I fucking said it.
I don't think so either. I don't think they wait that long.
If I'm in Ngannou,
it's gonna be that long, bro.
I want to have the fight soon. He's 39. He doesn't want to have this fight at 40.
No way. He doesn't want to wait that long. He doesn't want to take a year off.
There's going to be a record-breaking year of pay-per-views this year.
Nope.
And 300 is going to be a lot sooner than we think.
So,
when this is my hypothetical Dana White thinking mindset right now.
So, give me some undercard or main card fights you want to see for that Jones versus Ngannou card. If you're Dana White and you're like, I want to make this the best card ever, get everyone to fucking buy it. What are the fights that you're putting up there?
Amanda Nunes or Shevchenko. One of those two. Or both fighting each other.
What about both of them?
Amanda Nunes, Shevchenko.
I like that.
Thank you. Man, who is somebody that's really good at marketing, has a big fucking voice? Moicano, maybe. I don't know. I'm just thinking. You can't put McGregor. You can't put McGregor.
I was thinking, like, if you say
You
McGregor,
can't.
I'm not gonna be upset at it. You want to say
can't.
McGregor Chandler?
No, I'm gonna
I don't know. I think that's a good shout. Why not?
No.
Here's the thing.
That
though.
takes away
Would
from Jones
McGregor agree to be a co-main?
No.
That's the thing that I'm like,
Fuck
all right,
no.
you probably wouldn't. I do like Nunes versus Shevchenko though.
Who else?
What about
You
Dober
never
versus
posted the wish
What
list.
about Dober versus Jalen Turner?
No. Dober versus Turner, that would be a good shout.
Yeah.
Never posted the wish. Terrence McKinney, maybe. He's kind of.
I'm thinking bigger.
Patty, then.
Patty, okay.
Do I really want to see Patty on another main card though? I don't know.
Listen,
Patty would lose, dude.
At this point, it doesn't matter.
That would make
Yeah.
the fucking.
He's going to be.
I
His next
know.
fight, he will be on the
I
main
know he
card.
will be on a main
Maybe the
card,
fucking
but
main event, dude.
I hope not.
He won't main event a pay-per-view, but maybe he'll main event a fight.
Not a
I can see that.
Maybe he might, dude. If it's in fucking. No, well, they always do. Championship.
You want to
fights,
have a rivalry or a championship fight?
Yeah, but that's in the UK.
What was the last
It's in the
pay-per-view to be made? Actually, I'm thinking the wrong one.
If
What's
it
the
was
last
in the UK
pay-per-view
though, he could
be main evented by a non-title fight? Extra points if you can give me the 2 pay-per-views that were main evented by a non-title fight this year. There was 2.
I'm thinking. Jan Blachowicz.
That was a title fight.
Yeah.
Was it?
That was a light
Yeah.
heavyweight championship
Yeah.
fight. It was a draw, so then he didn't win.
Nobody got it.
No, Jan Blachowicz versus Tom Aspinall. Didn't that happen?
fight never happened. No. What?
What do you mean
Blades?
what? I'm fucking thinking, dude. Don't say what.
Aspinall
I'm fucking
Blades?
Aspinall Blades. Yeah,
that was a fight night.
Oh, that was a fight
London
night.
Fight night,
Yeah.
Pay-per-view,
what?
pay-per-view.
Just came to me. How would you guys like to see Bobby Green versus Paddy Pimblett? I think that would be a good matchup.
I wouldn't mind that. Bobby Green's had a little bad stretch.
Right. I
That
think
could be
that's.
a
I think
good
that.
fight for him.
What do you
makes sense
think
for
will be
everybody.
the? What do you think will be fights on it?
I mean, I've been saying this forever, but I want to see fucking Colby versus Kamaev.
Yeah, but then
That's a
that
good
would
one.
be a
Yeah.
fucking-
But that's gonna. I feel like that would happen before then. I feel like that's gonna happen soon.
No, I can see it happening then. Colby's still dealing with all that bullshit with Masvidal, isn't he? Or did he finally end that?
Oh no, that's one of the pay-per-views that was main evented by a non-title fight.
Nah.
Colby versus Masvidal.
I
Main
got
evented
it.
UFC 272 in February. Yep. And the other one was Kamaev versus Diaz versus Ferguson. That switch up pay-per-view.
Yep.
What else do we want? This is a good fucking. I like this. I like this as a little bit of fucking. Oh, what happened there? I took you guys off.
Hey, man.
There we go. No, let me get rid of this. How the fuck? There we go. Okay. Share screen. There we go. So UFC, and again, fucking 289. I'm sure wouldn't be the card, but this would happen sometime in the summer. Colby Kamaev, Nunes Shevchenko would be fucking great. Although I think Nunes
I'm trying to
would
think
win
of
again.
lighter, like a smaller division, maybe lightweight. I feel like there has to be
O'Malley Vera 2.
like Poirier. Nah, Poirier just fought.
O'Malley and Cheeto.
O'Malley Vera 2.
I wouldn't mind that.
Not for the belt, for a number 1 contender fight.
Maybe, yeah, for it to fight for the belt.
One Mo. More money, more problems. Bring on the
Are
problems.
we doing?
Bring on the problems.
I don't know.
Last
It
fight,
depends.
the opening fight. Now, when I think, all right,
Should it be another heavyweight fight?
hear me out. Because we got all the time in the world to figure out this last
I
fight.
feel like it should be another heavyweight.
Another heavyweight fight, I like that.
Just because
When
Jones
I
got
think
him,
of-
like the next fight to that.
When I think of who I want to start a pay-per-view. Because think about where we're at.
I want a
for pay-per-view
knockout,
times.
dude.
We want a knockout. We want a crazy fight.
Pavlovich.
Chandler.
Pavlovich Chandler. No.
Yeah, Pavlovich Chandler.
Yeah, it would definitely be. Yeah.
Ooh, Pavlovich gone. That's up there.
Yes.
I feel like that. Do I feel like it would have to? I don't know.
What about like a fucking
What about DP again?
Yeah, I was thinking DP,
Poirier? Problem is, we've seen all
just
these
fought.
fucking lightweights fight each other. I don't want to see
I know.
another fight.
Like DP Gaethje too, but we've already seen that.
Yeah, we haven't seen that in a while. That could happen.
You know what
That's
I mean?
not a bad fight.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna throw that up there as a maybe. Poirier Gaethje's not a bad shout. Trying to look at all these divisions, like Paulo Costa, Robert Whittaker would be cool.
Paul Costa Whitaker, I wouldn't mind that.
That'd be a good
Yeah.
one.
What about in the light heavyweight? What about Span and somebody else? Like Rosenstrike or something like that? No, that's heavyweight, right?
I just can't wait to see the fucking. I hate divisions without a champion. Like I hated the lightweight division when it didn't have a champ. I hate this division now that doesn't have a champ because you're just waiting for the belt
I know.
to happen so you can plan out the rest of the division. So like none of these guys are really doing it for me, to be honest.
No, that's cool.
Fucking like Gilbert Burns, Masvidal would be cool.
Ooh. See Masvidal come back and fight Burns. Damn.
Bilal Muhammad versus Masvidal would be cool.
I think Muhammad and Burns would be cool too. Bilal Muhammad and Burns.
Something like that would be really cool. Ooh. How about like now? Hear me out here. How about like Topuria Holloway?
I would love to see Topuria fight anybody in the top 10.
Right.
Holloway's a shout. I
think
you need to bring.
I think Holloway's next fight is Arnold Allen, though.
What could you bring? Like John Jones Ngannou is more. It is like a big fight, but it's more like a fight for the fans, kind of.
Right.
And
so now maybe you're looking for that superstar that gets the fucking
everybody. You would
casuals
have to, dude. Patty, dude.
Yeah.
Just saying, it would have.
I think it would be Patty. And
You would
somebody
bring
else.
not only casual fans, you're bringing UK and American fans.
How about like Patty Dober?
Oh, Dober fucks him up.
That would be sick.
I mean, that makes sense to me.
I'm just trying to think.
You think of fucking crossover stars in the UFC right now. There's like 3 or 4. O'Malley, Patty. I would throw Adesanya in there.
Bro. Adesanya.
You want to have Adesanya Pereira too?
Really?
Yeah, it's the fucking co-main.
Ooh. I can get behind that.
Can you get behind that, Steve?
Yeah, I can get behind it.
I can get behind that.
See
that would be because you have the backstory with Pereira, Adesanya, and Jones.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Adesanya really wanted to fight Jones.
Hmm.
It's very
Good
obvious
fucking
what would
thing he
happen.
didn't.
You know, yeah, I think you need something to bring everyone else in from all realms.
That is a hell of a card there, gentlemen.
That's a nuts card right there.
O'Malley Veretout to start it off.
To
That is
start
a
it.
great card, dude.
Colby, Kamaev, Nunes, Shevchenko,
And then
Pereira, Adesanya.
You have to have a girl fight.
Hey,
There has to
And
be.
then prelims, you're throwing
Jones.
Patty versus Dober, Pavlovich versus Green. I would not be mad if Patty. I don't know if they would do it because of his fucking marketing, but I would not be mad to have Patty as the last fight before the main card. I think that makes sense.
Yeah, that would be fine.
Yeah. Yo, you need to post this on Twitter.
Okay.
Like, well,
Patty and Dober.
breaking news.
Patty and Dober would be crazy. And I think if you put, I think Ilya Topuria and Holloway as its own main event, no?
Yeah, that probably is. Holloway deserves a main event.
Yeah.
I think this is the one when you're probably just like, I want to be on this fucker.
Patty versus
Wouldn't you want to
Dober.
be on this card though? Like, isn't
Oh,
there's
of
like a
course you
couple?
do.
There's
If
like
you're
a
a
couple
fighter,
cards
yeah.
in here.
Because you can make this is where everybody's on Twitter watching it. This is where you get a highlight knockout. You're fucking going to stratosphere.
You're going
Does
stratosphere.
Rosas get on this card in the
I was
plan?
just thinking Rosas. I was just thinking that.
Rosas.
And listen, his next fight will not be against the top guys. So like you can
Throw anybody in there, right?
right.
Yeah, put him. That's a great opener. It's a great opener.
He's a great fighter, honestly. And did you see the video of him? He's like, I want to be the triple champ. He's like, I want to be the 135, 145, 155 champ.
Yeah.
He can say it all he wants. It's not going to happen,
He's
but that would
18.
be sick. Yeah.
Rosas Jr. in there.
Imagine what you were thinking when you were 18. Damn.
I would love to
This
see.
dude's knocking people out.
I would
thinking
love to
about
see
being
Rose
champ.
come back on this card.
Rose Namajunas.
Rose versus Lemos, maybe. Lemos just had a big win against Marina Rodriguez.
I'll watch Rose as long as she like comes into the fight wanting to win, because I can't take that like, yeah, I want the belt, and then like, oh, I don't want to fight anymore, and then oh, I want the belt again. Oh, I don't want to fight anymore.
What do we think about Rosas Jr. versus Chris Matinho? It's like a matchup I can see them making.
I think he fucks him up.
I think he does fuck him up too. I'm trying to think of like a big name that's not really great that's back in the bottom of the bantamweight division. Fuck it, I'm just gonna put Matinho because I would love to see Rosas Jr. on this card. What else? 2 more matchups. This card is selling a million pay-per-view.
I think Moicano was a good shout.
Moicano?
Yeah.
That's the guy that was wicked exciting in his
Yeah, he had a crazy fucking.
crazy fight too.
Is he featherweight or is he lightweight?
Even in his losses, though, he's had
lightweight.
good
now.
fights. Is he?
Moicano Turner? Moicano
Yeah.
Hooker?
Moicano
Hooker Turner would be a fucking banger. But I like
Jalen
Moicano. I like
Jalen
Moicano.
Turner's winning that. Maybe not against Moicano, but
Turner versus Moicano?
Jalen Turner's.
I think Turner
Fucking
fucks him up bad.
Jalen Turner. I would definitely pick Jalen Turner.
I think Moicano. Ooh, that's a banger.
That
That's
is
a
a banger.
banger.
Any flyweights? Kaikar France.
Yeah.
Pantoja's a good one. Albazi's a good one. Manel Kopp actually is a really good one. Manel Kopp's like the phenom in the flyweight division right now. I don't know. None of these guys are really doing it for me though.
No.
If you're looking for big names. Can we put Masvidal this low on a prelim?
No, he's not fighting that low on prelim.
Darren Till, Joaquin Buckley.
What about Duplessis and Whitaker? Or Duplessis and
That I feel like that would be a bigger. I like Duplessis. I'm not really like crazy about seeing him fight though.
Duplessis Brunson? No. Till?
Kevin Holland.
I don't really want. I'd rather see Kevin Holland fight over
Kevin
Till.
Holland versus Li Jingliang. Kevin Holland versus Masvidal could be on this card. That would be a great fight.
I would put that over Patty and Dober. No. Put that there. Yeah.
What do you think about that, Garb?
One more.
We were saying Holland versus Masvidal.
Ooh. Yeah, that's a good one. But I feel like that's
Got to be a main card fight, right?
That's like disrespectful.
Do you put it here?
Like even
I
putting
think you do,
Patty
yeah.
before, even putting Patty, is that a 6 main card? Can you put 6 on the main card? Or no.
That only happened once on a fight night. That rarely ever happens. I think it was 7 fights on the main card, which was stupid. That was the one that was like going forever.
Oh my god, the one that lasted till like 2 in the morning. That
Yep.
was fucking stupid.
I hate those, dude.
Too much, bro.
I think
That
that, like,
fight
dude,
is
you're
a
in LA though. Like, that's
Banger.
perfect.
Holland Masvidal is a fucking banger.
Wonder Boy Thompson is what, 6?
Matunio?
Right?
No, Matunio's not in the UFC anymore.
He's not?
Chris Matunio? Is that who you're talking
Yeah.
about? No, he's gone.
I was just thinking of like a big name that Rosas Jr. could fight. Because he's not going to fight anyone big. Holland Masvidal in the 8th fight from the top. this would be a great card.
Honestly, I don't know if Holland wins that.
Not after what I just saw.
Not
I think-
after
Listen, he was doing good until he broke his hand. He was.
Good, but not good enough.
good enough,
Still,
man.
even if he broke his hand, I still think he lost that fight.
maybe.
And I'm just saying that from like a non-bite looking at it, and I'm just
But
like,
are we
man,
saying that Masvidal beats Thompson?
It's a closer fight than Holland.
I don't think so. I don't think Masvidal beats Thompson, bro.
Holland Masvidal is tough. I think if
Holland.
no,
I mean,
Masvidal might win. Masvidal might win that.
Masvidal might win that. I don't know if you can throw Holland back into the top 10 after all of the fights that he's lost. You know what I mean?
Well, Masvidal is 11.
All right, never mind then. That I could see that then. That could be a comeback fight for Masvidal.
Kevin Holland's
Kevin Holland's just the punching bag for all the people who are taking a layaway from the UFC in that division.
He's another one of those hype trains that you're gonna look back 5 years from now and be like, Kevin who?
I know, yeah.
Kevin who?
It sucks, but
Holland? Who the fuck is that? You know what I mean?
Who is that guy? Who the fuck is that
Who
guy?
the fuck is that guy?
I mean, the guy that coulda, woulda, shoulda, but never ate right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like,
Never ate right.
no, he eats like shit, dude. He eats like Doritos and
All right,
fucking
So what's the pod
cheese, fucking nothing. You know?
bet? What's
The pod bet for this?
John Jones straight bet. 15 units.
Okay, that's fine. But like, let's see. Let's actually.
No, that's
take a
the
pod
one bet.
All right.
No, that's the
Parlay, Dober, Pavlovich.
Ooh, I don't know if I could take
Masvidal.
Pavlovich on a pod bet.
No.
I might take Gon in that fight. I'm not gonna lie to you. We've never seen Pavlovich go past the first round lately.
This guy, he's wrong a lot. So am I. We're all wrong.
We are all very wrong. Don't let him fool you.
So I'm
Who
gonna
the
go Pavlovich.
I'm taking Dober.
I'm definitely taking Dober no matter what.
I'm
That's a
also
lot.
taking Rosas Jr.
And yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking Rosas.
because they're only gonna put him up against scrubs.
Nunes.
I'm taking O'Malley.
Nunes.
I'm taking O'Malley.
Nunes is winning.
Yep.
You have PTSD. You have PTSD.
Nunes.
All right, I'll throw Nunes on
Definitely.
there. Nunes looked really good in her second fight against Pena. She did. She looked really fucking good.
O'Malley does not lose to Vera a second time. I'm sorry.
Vera wins that, bro.
No
Vera
way.
wins that, bro.
Mm-mm.
I don't know who
No
wins.
way.
I don't know who wins.
O'Malley does
I think
not
O'Malley
lose
does
the
a
win.
second
pod
I
time.
think
bet.
O'Malley does win.
We
It's-
gotta hang
it
on. We
is-
gotta tell what's the pod bet?
Pod bet is
Tell to Steve.
fucking put in the key, throw it away, locks.
Oh,
Yeah,
lock.
we're
All right,
talking.
all right.
We don't want to.
Locks? All
So
right.
is Nunes a lock?
Yeah, she's beat Shevchenko twice, bro. What isn't a lock about that? What
Because-
isn't a lock about that? She wiped her. She mopped the floor
Nah,
with her
I think
twice.
Because
that's
I think Shevchenko's still getting better, and Nunes, I say,
Fuck
digress.
you, Zach. You're wrong, dude. Nunes.
You don't put
Nunes is a lock.
Dober, Rosas, Nunes, Jones.
Is that the only lock?
I would
Seriously?
not do Dober. Where? Whoa. Oh yeah. Versus Patty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
not even-
definitely a lock. That's
Dude.
my only lock, honestly.
Dude, I would
straight bet
hammer
that shit.
Jones.
That's-
over.
Is Jones a lock? Is Jones a lock?
I don't think
Oh,
that's
dude,
a
I don't
lock
give
at all.
I don't give a
Listen,
fuck.
listen, but if we're putting Jones on a 15-unit bet, whatever,
No,
I'll
not
be putting him
whatever.
on the parlay too. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I would say.
No.
So
Definitely not.
1,500 at plus 170.
Which is what? $2,000?
That is a lot of money.
1,500.
At plus 170. It'd be 1,500. That's almost another 15. That's like another 1,000. It'd be 2,500 plus 1,500 back.
2,500. It's 2,500.
So
That's pretty close. I
$4,000
did
total.
some pretty good
That's
math.
2,500 plus your money back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
$4,000 total. Plus
No,
$50.
$4,000 total.
That's just what I said.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said
$4,000
3.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, I
$4,000
said four.
total.
Yeah.
That's a nice little pod bet there. It's only fitting that we it's only fitting that we end the year on a pod bet. That makes sense because we barely hit any this year. We like substantial pod bets. We hit like 4. This
Oh,
year.
dude, yeah, we're down bad.
This
we
year was
fucking-
not a great
It
year
has
for
been
betting.
a whole year. We were on fire this time of year.
We killed it at the end of 2021.
We fucking murdered. So,
Dude, I had great picks at the end of the year this year. I just
You did.
Bet.
You didn't bet. Yeah.
Didn't bet. Now, I did bet on Holland.
yeah, and you did pick Brian Battle. I don't give a shit.
I did not.
You
I
picked
did not
Brian
bet
Battle.
on
You're like,
Battle.
Brian Battle.
But my
plus
UFC
125.
282 pod bet fucking schmacked. And I didn't bet on it.
What was that?
Props to you. What was it? Taporia.
You picked Brian Battle.
He didn't fight Taporia.
No,
No.
Toria, Rosas, and
The
Patty.
I
Brian
might
Battle.
have picked him, but that wasn't my pod bet. I told him my pod bet.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was Taporia, Patty.
You had Rosas too, didn't you?
I think I did.
Maybe
I don't
you
know if
didn't.
I would have put him on the
No,
pod
I don't
bet.
think you did
I
put
don't
him
think I
on the
would have put him
pod
on the
bet.
pod bet.
I knew he was fucking winning that shit. I
No,
went
you
5
put-
rounds.
Duplessis.
You went.
Cashed out on
I
his ass.
had Duplessis, Rosenstrike.
Yes,
That was the other
yes,
one.
that was the one. I had $100 bet on straight Patty and
Rosas.
Rosas, and then I had Rosas, Patty, and Duplessis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, that would have been a great pod bet to him. But 2023, we're gonna be making stacks.
That's right.
Racks on racks on racks.
Nah.
Racks on racks on racks.
No, don't say that.
Phenom.
Keep the expectations low.
Okay.
We're
So
only
you
gonna win a
can.
little
What do
bit
you
of
mean?
money.
What do you mean? Okay, that's exactly.
I know. That was me agreeing with you. That
That's-
wasn't like okay.
Like fucking. Don't say you're gonna make 20 grand because you ain't.
No.
Say let's make a grand first,
All right.
and then exceed. Let's
Baby
compound.
steps.
Fuck
Baby
it.
steps.
Compound.
What's 20 grand? We need fucking 20
I
grand.
know,
We're
right?
going
We don't
for
need that shit.
100 racks.
That's right.
100 racks or nothing in 2023.
Well,
Bali,
Casino's gonna be rich.
Bali,
They're gonna take all our money.
get ready.
Yeah,
We're
they're gonna
coming.
take, yeah. Get ready.
coming
Get
for
ready.
you.
Please
Yeah.
coming in
Get your
2023.
pockets ready.
All
Start
right.
stacking up those chips,
Is
Bali.
there a game on tonight? Is there an NFL game?
Yeah. Yeah,
I just thought
it's a
of that.
good one. I think it's the Cowboys.
Cowboys
Yeah.
Titans. Okay. I would love to see the Cowboys lose. Fuck the Cowboys. I've never been a bigger Cowboys hater than this year. The Cowboys might have taken my spot for most hated team above the Patriots this year.
Really?
I think they might have. I never really hated
I want
the
to end this
Patriots.
pod one more time. Hashtag free Andrew Tate.
Mhm.
Free my boy. Free my boy. He's innocent. He's innocent. It's bullshit. They are framing people that are innocent, and it's not right.
It's cancel
You
culture.
can see what's going on in the world. People see it. It could be us one day, bro.
We were talking about
You
Andrew
said
Tate for a
some-
good 10
you-
minutes before we got here.
You have said some controversial things on this podcast. You
100%.
could be Andrew. We could be in that spot in 10 years from now.
Yeah.
We cannot let this shit keep happening. Free Andrew Tate. Free Andrew Tate. End it.